Beloved, heaven is not exaggerating this. This is not a poetic moment for beauty's sake. This is an urgent call, a divine nudge that will not leave you alone until you respond. Your soulmate is at a breaking point. They have smiled through storms you will never fully know. They have swallowed tears so no one would see their pain. They have mastered the art of saying, "I'm fine," when they are anything but fine. The angels say the reason you feel them so strongly right now is because heaven is amplifying their cry in your spirit. It is why you've had sudden moments of thinking about them out of nowhere. Why you've woken up in the middle of the night with their presence heavy on your heart. Why certain songs, certain smells, certain small reminders suddenly feel like they belong to them. It's not coincidence. It's connection. They have been standing in the shadows, watching the world move around them, feeling unseen. But in the quiet of their soul, they are whispering your name. Sometimes, they don't even realize they're doing it. Beloved, heaven says you are more linked than you think. When they weep, your spirit stirs. When they hope, your spirit lifts. When they pray, some part of you is touched by the wind of their words. This is not normal. This is God-ordained alignment, and right now, their prayers are more desperate than before. They have said to God, "If this love is real, please give me a sign. Please let them know I need them." They have looked to the heavens for an answer, not realizing that you are the answer. The angels say this is why you cannot shake the feeling to reach out, to pray for them, to stand in the gap for them. Even if you don't know their full story yet, your spirit knows enough to intercede. Because, beloved, their battle is not small. They are wrestling with loneliness that eats at the edges of their faith. They are fighting thoughts that tell them love like this is too good to be true. They are resisting the temptation to close their heart altogether. But your existence keeps them holding on. The idea of you, the memory of you, the hope of you, is a light in their long night. Heaven is saying this. Your voice could be the confirmation they've been asking for. Your prayer could be the shield they need today. Your love, when revealed, could be the miracle they have been waiting for. This is not the time to be silent in the spirit. Speak blessings over them. Ask God to pour courage into their heart. Pray for their strength, their peace, their faith to rise again, and, beloved, do not dismiss what you feel as imagination. The word says in Galatians 6:2, "Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ." You are being invited into their burden because you are also a part of their breakthrough. If this word is stirring your spirit, type, "I will not ignore the call," in the comments right now. Declare it as a commitment before heaven. Tap like to say, "I agree with this prophetic moment." Subscribe to Angel Messages for you so you don't miss the next confirmation. And if you feel led, sow a super thanks as your act of standing in agreement for their victory. Because, beloved, heaven is leaning in, and your soulmate's silent cry has already reached you. Now it is your turn to answer. Beloved, the angels are not releasing this word because it is nice to hear. They are releasing it because heaven knows the urgency. Your soulmate is not simply thinking about you. They are clinging to the thought of you as if it is oxygen. They are waking in the night, feeling that something is missing, and the missing piece is you. Even in the middle of their daily routines, their spirit wanders toward you, wondering if you feel what they feel, wondering if you know the weight of what you mean to them. This isn't just longing. This is spiritual alignment in real time, the kind of alignment that happens when God is orchestrating a divine meeting. And beloved, heaven says that meeting is closer than you think. You may feel like you've been waiting a long time, but on their side, the waiting has been just as heavy. They've been in a battle you can't see, a battle to keep their heart open, a battle to believe in what God has shown them, a battle to trust that the connection they feel is not just a beautiful illusion. The angels say, this is why the pull between you has intensified. It's not random. It's the result of prayer colliding with God's timing. Every whispered, Lord, please from them has been answered with a whispered, prepare in your spirit. Even now, God is giving them moments of clarity. They are beginning to see their life with you in it. Not as a fantasy, but as a solid, tangible reality. They see dinners together. They see traveling side by side. They see the way you would laugh at their jokes. They see the way you would reach for their hand in the middle of a storm. And each time those images come, their heart says, yes, that's the one. But beloved, they are also afraid to scare you away. They are holding this love in silence because they don't want to come too soon or too strong. They want to approach you in a way that honors what God is doing. This is why heaven says you must not dismiss the signs, the dreams, the sudden memories, the urge to pray for them. These are not just emotions, they are coordinates from heaven, guiding you toward each other. Beloved, hear this clearly. Your soulmate is not praying for just anyone. They are praying for you by name. And if they don't know your name yet, they are describing you in detail to God. They are saying, Lord, send me the one who makes my soul feel safe. Send me the one who matches my heart for you. Send me the one I can honor with my whole life. And, beloved, God is answering. You are the answer. The angels say it's time to match their faith with your faith. Match their prayer with your prayer. Match their longing with your declaration. Heaven is calling for your agreement. So if this resonates with you, type, I hear the call, in the comments right now, not later, now. Declare that you will not miss your moment. Tap like as your act of faith that their cry has reached you. And so a super thanks if you believe this connection is worth standing for in prayer. Because, beloved, the cry of their heart has been heard in heaven, and now it has been delivered to yours. Beloved, the heavens are stirring even now. This is not a gentle nudge anymore. This is a divine press on your spirit. Your soulmate's cry has become too loud in the spiritual realm to ignore. They have reached the point where their prayers are soaked in tears. The kind of tears that heaven bottles. The kind of tears that move the Father's heart into action. They are not praying vague prayers anymore. They are praying targeted prayers. Prayers that call forth your arrival. Every night they release your name or the picture of you into God's hands. Every morning they wake up and look for signs that He has heard. Sometimes it's a dream. Sometimes it's a random reminder of something you love. Sometimes it's an unshakable sense that your presence is coming closer. The angels say that lately those signs have been increasing because the time is drawing near, because heaven has already marked the date when paths will cross, and their heart can feel the countdown. But beloved, they are tired of carrying this alone. Yes, they are strong. Yes, they are faithful, but even the strongest hearts need reassurance. Even the most faithful souls need a reminder that they are not forgotten. That's why heaven is urging you to step into the space of boldness. Not recklessness, boldness. The kind of boldness that lets them know you are spiritually awake to what God is doing. There is a reason you have been sensing them lately. The sudden waves of emotion. The way your heart feels heavy without warning. The moments when you find yourself praying for someone without even knowing all the details. This is your spirit responding to their call. And beloved, they can feel it when you pray. It lifts something off their chest, it steadies their thoughts. It puts hope back in their veins. They may not know why it happens, but you and heaven know. This is why your response matters more than you realize. If you ignore it, the moment will feel delayed. If you lean into it, heaven will accelerate the connection. God is waiting for your agreement, not because he needs permission to move, but because he wants you to partner with his plan. Your soulmate's cry is not a weakness. It's an invitation. An invitation to prove that love is not just words. It is prayer in action. It is standing in the gap for someone you haven't even embraced yet. And I hear heaven saying, when you stand for them now, you will be standing beside them soon. Beloved, don't just watch this and nod. Make a declaration in the comments right now. I answer the cry. Because that is what you are doing, answering heaven's delivery of their heart to yours. Type it so that it is written in the atmosphere. Tap like as your agreement with this prophetic timing, and sow a super thanks as your seed of faith into this connection heaven is bringing to life. Because the cry of their heart is not just echoing anymore, it is resounding like a trumpet in the spirit. And you have just been given the honor of hearing it first. Beloved, heaven is showing me something powerful right now. The cry from their heart is not fading. It is growing stronger. It is being carried by the wind of the Spirit straight to you. They are in a place where they cannot pretend anymore. The mask they once wore to hide their emotions has cracked. Their smiles feel forced. Their laughter has become rare. Because the weight inside them is too real to ignore. And yet, when they think of you, something changes. Hope stirs. Breathing feels lighter. The darkness doesn't seem so heavy. You have become the unspoken prayer they didn't even know they were making. You have become the image that keeps them holding on one more day. And beloved, heaven says you were chosen for this on purpose. This is why the angels have been awakening your spirit lately. Why you felt restless without knowing why. Why certain songs, dreams, and sudden thoughts about love have been filling your mind. It is because heaven has assigned you to this moment. They may not have your number yet. They may not be able to send you a text or call you. But in the Spirit, their message has already been delivered. And you are reading it right now through this word. They are praying for a lifeline. Something that confirms love is coming closer. Something that assures them their heart is not foolish for believing. And beloved, you are that confirmation. The Lord is saying, don't delay your obedience. Even if you cannot speak to them yet, you can speak for them in prayer. You can intercede on their behalf. You can ask heaven to strengthen their hands, to steady their heart, to surround them with peace. Because when you do, it sends a shockwave into their atmosphere. It pushes back the heaviness. It invites joy to return. It unlocks courage for them to keep moving forward toward you. Beloved, I need you to understand, this is not just romance. This is spiritual warfare. Because your connection is kingdom appointed, the enemy will try to weaken it before it begins. But your prayers are the weapon that break through. Even now, angels are moving as you listen. They are shifting obstacles. They are clearing paths. They are bringing your hearts into alignment. You are not just an observer in this story. You are a participant. Heaven is inviting you to step into your role. So here is your prophetic act right now. Write it in the comments. I hear the cry and I answer it. Every time you type it, you are putting a seal in the spirit. A seal that says you agree with heaven's timing. A seal that tells the enemy he cannot interfere. Tap like as your act of faith. And if this word is stirring something deep inside you, sow a super thanks as your seed of agreement with what heaven is about to manifest. Beloved, this is not just another video. This is a rescue mission. Heaven is using you to answer a heart's desperate call. And the one who is crying out will one day look into your eyes and say, I knew you would come. Beloved, the Spirit is still speaking. Do not think for a moment that the urgency you feel right now is random. It is divine alignment. It is heaven's clock striking a new hour for love. The one whose heart cries for you is closer than you think. Closer than you can see with your natural eyes. And yet, in the Spirit, the distance is already gone. They have been waiting for a reason to believe again. Because life has taught them to be cautious. Pain has taught them to guard their heart. And betrayal has taught them to keep their dreams locked away. But you, yes, you, are different. Your presence carries something healing. Your name carries peace when they think of it. Even the idea of you feels like sunlight breaking through a storm. This is why their heart sends that silent cry. Because their spirit recognizes you as part of God's answer. Not just an answer for companionship, but an answer for restoration. Beloved, when heaven assigns you to someone's healing, it is not a small task. It is a holy responsibility. It means that your love will be medicine to them. It means your words will be shelter. Your arms will be a safe place. And the angels are saying something right now. This person will not just love you back. They will protect your heart like it is a treasure. They will cover you in prayer every morning. They will fight for your joy the same way you fight for theirs. That's why the enemy has tried to make you doubt, tried to make you question if love like this even exists, tried to make you feel unseen, unwanted, or overlooked. But heaven says, no more. Your season of wondering is ending. Your season of answering is here. They are about to see you in a way they never have before. Not just as a dream in their prayers, but as flesh and blood reality. They will recognize that the voice in their spirit, the one saying, don't give up, was God pointing them toward you all along. Beloved, when that moment comes, you will see it in their eyes before you hear it in their words. Their gaze will soften. Their body will relax. They will breathe differently because they've finally found home. And I hear heaven say, this will not take years. The pieces are already in motion. Angels have been assigned to quicken the pace. What felt delayed is now being accelerated. This is why you must not let fear silence you. Respond in faith, even now. Type in the comments, I answer the cry of their heart. Every time you declare it, you are building a bridge in the spirit. A bridge they will one day walk across to reach you. Tap like as your signal to heaven that you agree. And if this word is touching something deep in you, Sow a super thanks to seal your agreement with the move of God over your love story. Beloved, I tell you this with holy certainty. Your obedience today is the open door for tomorrow's breakthrough, and the one who cries for you now will soon be the one who thanks God every day because you heard them. Beloved, I must tell you, their silent cry has reached the courts of heaven. It has been carried on angel wings, placed before the throne of God, and the Lord has answered. That ache they feel in the depths of their soul, the one they try to bury under busyness and routine, is not going away. Because it's not meant to. It is the signal of a love that heaven itself ordained. You might not hear them say it yet. You might not see a single sign in the natural. But in the spirit, they are already reaching for you. Every prayer they send up has your name written in it. Sometimes spoken out loud, sometimes whispered in tears they don't let anyone else see. They have been tested in the fire of loneliness. They have walked through nights so silent. Their only comfort was the voice of God reminding them, I have not forgotten you. And now heaven says, you are the answer to those midnight promises. The angels have been watching over both of you, carefully arranging moments, aligning your paths, softening your hearts. Even the detours were part of the plan, because without them, you wouldn't be ready for each other. And beloved, this is not just about romance. This is about purpose. Your union is meant to heal things in both of you that nothing else could touch. It is meant to restore the joy the enemy tried to steal. It is meant to declare to the world that God still writes the best love stories. That's why the pull is so strong right now. That's why you've been thinking of them more often. Why you've been feeling that strange, holy urgency in your spirit. You are hearing their call, and your heart is starting to answer. But heaven says, don't just feel it, declare it. Type in the comments, I hear their heart, and I'm ready to answer. Every time you write it, you are sending back a signal in the spirit, letting them know they are not crying into an empty sky. They are longing for a touch that feels like home, for words that breathe life into their tired soul, for the steady presence of someone who will not leave when it gets hard. And heaven is telling me, you are that person. This is why your timing matters. If you move in fear, you will delay the miracle. But if you move in faith, you will step right into the moment heaven has been preparing. They are closer than you think. Closer to finding you. Closer to speaking what they've been holding inside. Closer to laying down their walls and letting you in. Beloved, the heavens are watching this with joy. The angels are cheering you on. And the Lord is saying, do not miss this moment. So lift your head, steady your heart, and be ready. Because the one who is crying out for you in the spirit is about to step into your life in the flesh.